Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
Getting down with Fresh Out, you know, we do it over here. Man, this story came to me through a viewer, and this is some heat shit right here. This is someone who had, it appears to be inside information, and they were not going to stop until the job was done. These guys who pulled this lick at this jewelry store spent 2 days blowtorching 2 safes and entered the jewelry store through the neighboring business. 5 hours one night, 6 hours another night, they say, and then cracked the safe and left. But you wonder, how did they know they had that much time and that nobody would come in? You know, usually those places people come in, maybe, check the books or, do some random stuff, and, most places, when you think of businesses, the owners sometimes even on their off days stop by.
Thieves celebrate their high-end heist straight out of a Hollywood movie.
At first I thought it was like they cut a hole in the wall and they got in and they did a quick robbery and they left. But it turned out that it took more than 24 hours.
It happened at Huner Jewelry in West Hollywood.
Everything gone. Everything that we've worked for the last 40 years.
All of it unfolding without any alarm until the thieves were wrapping up their robbery. The 4 suspects struck June 17th, first cutting a hole through the wall of the business next door to get into the jewelry store, then spending hours using high-powered blowtorches to cut through the metal safes.
This safe they did in the morning. It took them about maybe 5 or 6 hours, and then they left around like 10 a.m. or something, and they came back at night for this safe, and this took them another probably 6 or 7 hours, maybe even longer.
By the time they were done, everything was gone. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of one-of-a-kind jewelry. Detectives now investigating if the thieves are connected to any other crimes. Several of the suspects clearly caught on camera despite trying to conceal their identities. The Gukasian family, who has owned the store since 1986, says despite the devastating loss, they aren't giving up.
We've pretty much lost everything that we had in the store.
Sophistication of this lick right here, man. I mean, these guys, they are next level. And you could even see them celebrating in the video, which they're going to be able to probably tie in that facial recognition to figure out who it is. But you tell me, do you think that somebody knew personally about the whereabouts of the owners so that they had plenty of time to do what they needed to do? Because would you have risked coming back to a place not knowing if it was under surveillance the second night and it could be a trap? Obviously, they knew that they had all the time they needed, and they cleared out this place, their whole stash, man. And see, would a lick like this, to take those type of risk, we're hearing about the jewelry, but who knows if there were maybe bearer bonds in there, maybe there was some other stuff in there that was untraceable. To think that you would go through all that effort just to get a couple $100,000 worth of jewelry doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. for the time, for the amount of people involved. If you're going to put that type of effort into a crime of that nature, it had to have been a bigger lick. And I would assume that some of the stuff, of course, you know, you're not going to say it on news, but there was some stuff in one of those safes that was valued to the point where if it was acquired, whoever on the other end wanted it, it was already sold. There was something in there that was there was multiple things in there probably pre-sold, because you know you break down some of the unique pieces and you go off of weight, you go off of you know the makeup of whatever some of the jewelry is, if it's, you know, 14, 18, 24K, whatever that may be, you know, some of the stones, the purity of the stones and stuff like that, trying to move those on the market. That's a lot of work. So, I mean, a blowtorch in a room like that is hella hot. You know, you got surveillance, you know, you got somebody looking out, you got a crew, you got tools, you know, you got all these different things. And then, you know, these guys, I mean, shit, they didn't even bother to, you know, the surveillance camera that was there, they're on it. So obviously they didn't bother to even take that out. So what does that tell you? Next level crime, man. Next level crime going on out there, man. Right now, the, you know, criminals, especially these crews that are, you know, high powered, they're on the go right now, and they're making moves. And you know, you know, to think that it's only one-sided though. They got task force right now dedicated to solving crimes like this. So these guys, it only takes one person to fall. They cut that guy, you know, a deal, immunity deal, and everybody else falls like dominoes. That's where the game goes. But the crime game, that's how it goes. You know, these guys aren't doing smash and grabs. They're doing straight blowtorch licks. You know what I mean? These dudes are putting in some serious work. Let me know what you think. I mean, you know, it's pretty ballsy on top of the skill set. You know, these guys aren't just your average guys with sledgehammers and pillowcases and hoodies. These guys are they're on some other shit. And like I said, most people don't get to a safe like that. And it wasn't like they tried to crack the combo. They went straight through it, which that's some serious tech there. You know what I mean? To crack that, to know what type of temperature, how much time it's going to take, and the risk factor with that. But yeah, leave a comment, share the channel, go to freshshotseries.com, pick up some merch, and let me know what you think. Subscribe and share. Big Herc 916.
Smelly ball sack and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshshotseries.com. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in.
With Fresh Shot Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're going to offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. You know, a lot of churches, they got hundred billions of dollars, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other, we can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom pop restaurants and cafes, we want to be able to film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate. This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom pops around the country eventually. But right now we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram at Fresh Out Series.